everybody, it is Matt from OK Aussie. Welcome back to the channel. I'm about to go and see Dyan in a moment. That's her cracking up in the background, by the way. Hope you're doing really well, and welcome if you're new to the channel. I have been struggling to find new food because we've had to exclude one thing after the anaphylaxis reaction recently. So that's thrown the whole Nutella peanut butter out the door because, hey, can't have having any more allergic reactions, can we? No, thank you, don't need to go to hospital again. So she wants a Swedish type dessert. So I'm coming back to one of the old staples, which is what we call our donut biscuits. It's literally just the soft icing. So mixing that with some light skim milk into quite a thick sort of topping. And then I'm placing that literally on the rice cracker biscuits. That's, can't see me, here I am. That's really the process of what I'm doing right now. Then we're going to have a quick little chat to her. These are the strange things. Now, it's really difficult for Dyan being autistic and changing diet yet again, because she gets quite a little bit stuck in her autistic ways with food types and textures, and we're going to look at nutritional value and really remembering too that we had put the Nutella and even the peanut butter into the mix simply as a paste form so that we didn't have to worry about the digestive issues of peanuts and breaking them down, because they weren't breaking down, they weren't digesting because of the GI tract issues, because of the chromosomal disorder 22q and gastroparesis. So food is such a challenge to get nutritionally right. Now, once I've done all of these, and I'll do a row of those, I actually use simple cinnamon sugar, sprinkle on top, just to make it like a donut. Pretty cool, really. Okay, so all the donuts, I'll put that in inverted commas, air quotes, they were prepared on the plate with cinnamon sugar. Now, look, this is obviously a sweet treat for her, and that's fine. I'm not picking on that. I actually gave her a beautifully healthy lunch meal, which was truffed tomatoes, gorgeous Lebanese cucumbers, and 2 cooked eggs coming into the combination. That's all chopped up finely for the gastroparesis side of things. It's actually very, very nice as well. Hello, you. Look who I found.
Hi, I hate stockings.
Okay, I'm going to have to explain that part. No, you can't tar. No tar to you. We've been out today, haven't we? Soon.
Right.
We've
been out to the hospital.
Hospital.
Shock horror.
Yes.
Would you
Another
guess?
clinical appointment, one of her 20 specialists, because Dyan's got 22q 11.2
I
deletion
only
syndrome.
had to see the nurse.
Well,
really.
It was actually 2 nurses, and they're both lovely.
2 nurses.
They were very nice, actually. So I appreciate their efforts in that run. I just need to take your blood pressure lying down. Supine. I wonder why they call it supine.
That is such a pathetic name.
I know, it is.
Supine.
Supine.
To me, that sounds like a food.
Does it?
Yes.
Sounds like a tree to me, like a
Maybe
pine
it's
tree
got
variation.
Soup in it.
Now, you need to. Which is something you do difficult.
Oh, this is so hard.
You've got to be quiet.
When
No, shh. I'm pressing the magic button. She's not allowed to talk while taking the blood pressure. Quick, guys, we can actually talk without her interrupting for a whole minute. This is fantastic. Oh, I saw that sign. Just to explain very briefly, we have obviously seen the vascular specialist team today. You're actually going to see a vascular surgeon just after Christmas. So very busy. Huge backlog of patients, hard to get in. Public health system here in Western Australia. Very, very long waiting queues. Hey, go figure. Now, I'm taking the blood pressure because Dyan's got new stockings. Okay, these are compression stockings. They are lower limb compression stockings. We've got 2 pairs of those, correctly measured up by the vascular team. It even has a cute little sock putter on a thing. You put it on, you slip the sock on, and then she gets off the bench things very quickly. Now,
it's very hard to not talk because when my carer's here, we get along very well.
oh, you have been a chitter-chattered boxer today, haven't you,
You
miss?
have to have good
88 over 58 is the blood pressure. Heart rate is 50. That's actually good at the moment because it's actually gone up a few beats for me. Well, yes, and look, one of the things of obviously putting stockings on, I wanted to see, importantly, what was going to occur and how does it affect the whole vascular effort, particularly throwing the reoxygenated blood coming back up, which is really cool. We've been taking blood pressure readings. Now, your readings are lower on the systolic than they have been during the course of the day, and I've been making sure that they've been recorded down so we've got measurements. Your heart rate's up a little bit more than what it has been. So that's the highest it's been. It's actually been 44, 45, 47, and now it's up to 50 over 4-hour measurements. This is the 5th hour.
That's a trip.
But I was actually expecting, and for females, when using compression stockings, a drop of about 5 milligrams in the measurement of your systolic reading.
Why?
Go figure.
Because of the stockings.
Yes, I was actually hoping that there was...
Well, you know what I've noticed today?
Yes, well, sorry, not drop, I'm going to recorrect it. A 5 milligram increase is what I was hoping to see, and that's what the data's meant to actually see.
Right.
We've seen that, but something else has happened to you. What?
It was so annoying. Me and
When wasn't annoying?
My support worker and I were having good conversations.
Yes.
And it was already interrupted with, last time she was here we had an appointment too. Anyway,
I know,
we were
right?
having our conversation.
Yes.
Important, right?
She's got stockings.
Yeah.
No toes. The toes have just been chopped off.
Look at that.
Hold on, can't see it properly.
Look
There
at
it is.
No, hang on. Look how tanned I am. Oh my goodness.
Okay, those ladies said that
Not
you've got
really.
lovely legs. I'm going, hold on,
I
that's a bit
know.
creepy, freaky. It's because then we're having the
Because
conversation.
I'm
She's got
50,
dancer
but I'm
legs and
not
she's 50
normal.
years. But that's Erlos Danlos, also part of
She
having
also
22
looked at
Q.
the way because when I lay down, guys, my feet go like that.
they just flop open.
Because I have very long
So
tail
she's such a loosey
and
goosey,
then
really.
Jess was like,
Is that normal? Is she
This
broken?
she didn't
Do we
say
need to take her
anything.
back?
I
It's
don't
like-
think she wanted to say anything because she was like, oh, that's a bit
We
judgy.
explained it's
Anyway,
hypermobility and things
We
that
talked
flop
about
around.
that. We talked about that because she talked about, didn't her daughter dance?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, anyway, it was interrupting our conversation, but the stockings,
Excuse me.
in conjunction with the frutamide tablets, which are to help me get rid of the full body edema, with the stockings now added into this, and this is only stage number 1,
Excuse me.
I am peeing like a camel.
Surprise,
Massively.
surprise. The full body edema.
Oh my god, it's like I'm a fire hydrant. I just sit there and it just
And
I
that's
could
the
put out a
reason
house fire.
why we've got the stockings, the compression stockings,
Well, I didn't know
to
they make me wee more.
help the whole edema. Now, the
And it
problem
pushes
with
it
this,
all up.
correct, it's actually pushing
I
the
feel
edema away
really-
from the lower limb, now into the upper thighs,
My
the hands, and
my
the face.
head. I feel like my head's going to explode actually.
Yes.
I feel like my tummy is very full of fluid. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
very fluidy around my hips and my tummy. So it doesn't feel good.
88
Doesn't
over
feel good.
58 and a 50 BPM. Current time is
Oh, why am I
4:45. Well, that's a very good question too. Well, we actually know part of that. We've actually had a bit more dizziness, and particularly in bending
more
over and
dizziness.
change, because your
I
heart
had like a
has now changed. The pressure
in
has
my
changed.
chest.
The edema position has changed. Will this work? Now, some people might ask, well, why did she not get full leg compression stockings rather than just these cute little ones? They're made for little people. You're a little
No,
person. But they are made for
Why?
little people. They're small and you're
Why
small.
did they go high up to push more of it out?
Well,
of
this
it?
is a starting point and we are testing and measuring.
Step
Hence why I'm
one.
also writing all this information down as we go along. Because to go up higher, you also have to have a girdle and it's
I
got to go around
know.
the stomach. Now, your stomach changes about 5 sizes in
Yeah.
the course of a day, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Look, they come very much usefully with information
But
on how
also,
to apply.
I have
correctly.
had more AFibs,
Yep.
fluttering of my heart. That I don't like. And also, my GP is away for 5 weeks. So I can't afford drama. I've already had one.
Not good timing for this.
I've already had one drama. So when he gets back, he's going to be like, oh my God.
You've actually had 2.
Really?
You've had 2 dramas since he's been away, Sweet Pea.
Have I?
Yeah, you have already. A couple of things are
It's
being
his
updated.
fault. Every
As soon
time
as he goes away and leaves the
away,
country, more drama
my body
happens.
just breaks.
It's actually funny though, because he did say, look, we need to start you on a new medication, which we'd like to
And
try
then he
for your
goes,
blood pressure.
Oh no, I'm going
And then he
away."
goes, no, I'm going away. Not a good idea. And I go, no,
Let's not.
let's not
We
do
all
that.
agreed.
Not a good idea to do it when you're away, because you know you have to deal with that, don't you? No, thank you. So when he gets back, we'll try.
Me.
Like, you just have it. I have to deal with it. That's the problem in my life.
Anyway.
So these are the Venosan. We're not obviously sponsored by them.
No,
It's
this
a
is
circulation
hospital.
kit for circular therapy. Lots of
My
information
heart is not
on them.
happy though.
They were correctly measured, and obviously Dyan's blood pressure was taken obviously at both ankles and
fluttering's
both sides
bad.
bilaterally to see what's going on.
Fluttering's bad.
But this is the thing that we're concerned about. Now, with POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome and orthostatic intolerance, which Dyan's got, this is actually a well-known thing. So apart from drinking lots of fluid, having salt, having electrolytes,
I have to have
elevating your
salt.
bed, all those sort of things,
Putting my
compression
legs
stockings are part
But I
of the
don't
recommended
think
research.
That's my problem at the moment.
No, we don't, after your heart attack event in
No.
March of this year, and particularly around COVID and peri and myocarditis. Such fun, and obviously having
22Q.
22Q, which is very
But
heart
basically,
orientated.
yeah, I suffered COVID bad in the heart. As in, look, guys, COVID, if you've got pre-existing anything, it's
Lots
not
of things
good.
to read. I know. Have you read all these things yet? No, I know. I had to actually. I had to have lessons on how to do this, how to wash it. We've got
I
two
know.
pairs. Wear one day, wear the next day. She'll wear them first thing in the morning and has to take them off last thing at night before sleepy poos. So that's cool.
Okay.
We're constantly measuring and testing
Don't take
you
them off now.
so that we don't see you explode with obviously not just peripheral edema but full body edema. We don't want other elements to push this away or cause pressure on the heart. Now, if she starts getting more raspy in her breathing or more struggling in her breathing, which she's actually started to have some breathing issues.
But I'm having a lot of yucky sensations
Yes.
in my arms, my head,
Yes.
and my chest.
Yes, because your heart has been put under pressure and a change has
My
occurred.
lower legs feel great.
Oh, that's good.
Except-
But
no,
lower leg,
except
good for the rest of my body.
except for like they feel a bit like a little bit funny.
Right.
But like as in I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel good. The stockings aren't making me feel good.
No, and that's a bit of a worry and a
And
concern.
they've been on for how many hours now, sir?
Well, we started the measurements at 11 a.m. Your appointment was at 9 a.m. We didn't get to see the team until about 9:30. So that's when they've been applied. And obviously every hour or so we've now been measuring. Your blood pressure has continued to come down from 100 to 98 to 92 to now 88 for the systolic.
Is that good or bad?
Well, look, remembering that your normal
I don't
supine
know.
reading is 90 over 60.
It's always
so
low, but it shouldn't
we're
be
finding
low.
that your blood pressure is coming a little
but
bit
it
lower.
shouldn't be low.
Your pulse has been lower. I don't know. So we've got to measure. We've got to see over a few days what happens. I was concerned about all these other symptoms. Now, look, if you're a person who wears pressure garments for things such as circulation-related issues, or maybe for things like orthostatic intolerance, I'd love to hear your comments, thoughts, suggestions in the comments.
Yeah.
Remember, we're not medical professionals.
This is level 1, they said. This is
We're
first
going
step.
gentle.
We're gonna go gentle,
We're going
she said.
slow. All right, and that's the thing we've done. We do one thing at a time, and then we wait and see
Rest
to see what
in
happens.
rest.
Because you know what happens when
Rest
things
in
suddenly happen. It's a bit like food. You know, you change too many things, and
I don't like change. I want my chocolate.
I told you she doesn't like change. Hey, these are nice. You like your
Look,
donuts?
I don't want
biscuits.
Nutella because I don't want that.
Not touching that again.
No.
Not going through that
But
again. Anaphylaxis
it
is never much fun
But
at
it
all.
was my one of my foods. It was becoming it was my routine.
I know, and it was
4
increasing because of you.
Times, 4
I like
times
that.
a day,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd been about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was really happy.
Until. But then you started to notice symptoms, but because of being
One time
autistic
before,
and with interoception,
I
it's
ignored
like
it.
she ignored it. She's
I
good like that.
gaslit myself.
She gaslit herself, and that's what happens when you've been gaslit by a medical system for decades. You go, nah, can't be anything wrong. But it's really important for you to get to know your autistic person, understand
Then you
the
get
symptoms,
a red
ask lots of
syndrome.
questions to be able to find out the biofeedback about what's
And
going
then
on.
the doctors go,
That's
oh
why
my
I
God.
measure things for the clinical
And I
team
go,
so
oh,
we can have
yeah.
conversations. And we also note, annotate down, what symptoms is she having because of changing something new? Are these good signs?
It's not the same.
The biscuits are not the same.
I love them, but
You do love them. Don't pick on it. It's just sweet food. Now, you had a lovely cooked egg and tomato,
That was
and you thank you,
But
she
that's my
liked that one. I
that's my
know
regular.
that. We have lots of weird food, don't we? I mean, ARFID, which is avoidant and restrictive food intake, which is an autistic thing Dyan struggles with. But then when she gets on a pattern and she likes things, she will stick with it for the next decade and not ever change until something weird happens in her body where it says, you no longer can have this food, do not pass go, do not collect $200, you need to change food suddenly and no longer have that food group.
It's not hitting the spot.
I'm sorry, Princess, but you do need to eat. You do need to get some food
I'm
into
going
you.
to try.
I know. Tell me about it. Now, remember, we're not medical
I don't
professionals, so
like
any of the things that we say are
Any
simply
other autistics out there?
informational purposes
Tell
and
him.
entertainment purposes
Change
only,
is horrible.
because we're sharing what Dyan's experience with the condition, the chromosomal disorder 22q happens to be. We've recently done a video about 22q in our podcast, which explains everything about the whole genetic discovery, one of his weird anomalies. Catch 22, 2 and 2, when you add it together, what do you get? You get
My
22.
favourite number is 2.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you like this condition very much, do you?
No.
I'll be changing your favourite numbers. My favourite number is 7. What's your favourite number? Put your favourite number in the comments, because I'd like to see what your favourite number happens to be as well. So this is the Venosan 4000, the 4000 series.
So guys, if you're travelling, these are also things you can use when you're travelling on a plane.
You got a lot of things for travelling. Your glasses, which she uses for
What?
blue light glasses, for obviously retraining the brain with
I've got,
sleep,
like,
is actually designed for jet lag.
ones. So guess what?
So you should go and travel.
When we go to
And you're
Europe,
set for these and your glasses.
when we go to Europe,
Are we going to Europe? When are we going to Europe? Do you know in Europe, sorry, we just had one of our
I'll be using
subscribers talk about the heavy rainfall in Bologna in Italy.
Really?
Really
Oh,
sorry to hear that. A bit
nice.
like the huge
I hope you're
hurricanes that the
okay.
US has experienced.
Really? Was
Italy
it
is
heavy?
going through massive floods
Oh,
and downfalls in the last
no.
24
Hey
hours.
guys, I've
So,
been,
big shout out.
Right.
We've got a lot of followers all over the world.
I've been to Italy. I love
I
it.
want to go. I want to see
I'll
Leaning Tower
take
Pizza. I love
Guys.
Italian food.
I love you Italians, okay? Thank you for...
I
when
will
went
adopt a
there-
nonna. I need to adopt one.
When I went there, I loved it, right?
Mhm.
Because I look Italian, but I've got like
What's your brand?
Cyprus Greek is
Well,
where
yeah.
my
Origins come
ancestry
from?
of 23andMe comes from.
Mhm.
But basically, I'll just say this: when I was a little kid, when I was there, right in Italy, they would be like, "Good morning, young one," they'd pinch my cheeks,
It's those gorgeous cheeks of hers.
and I'd be like, "Mummy, it really hurts when they do that."
That's so
But I
cute.
couldn't speak to them. But they were gorgeous. Like
Yeah.
we'd come down from our hotel and there was this lovely Italian man with his, breakfast store, and he'd be like, do you want some breakfast?
Nice.
And he would give us stuff for free, guys.
Yeah, very
My mum
friendly
would be like,
culture.
oh, no, it's okay. And we were backpacking with my mum. She was a single mum, right? She was backpacking with us 2 kids.
Yep.
And obviously he just thought, look, and he'd give us a beautiful sausage that was lovely
Mhm.
cooked or something yummy that he had cooked. And it was really nice. And the Leaning Tower of Pisa, absolutely awesome. I love history, even as a kid. When I was in Europe, I was in awe. I listened to everything and I absorbed it like a sponge. But I'm just going to say, I just loved the vibe. The food was great. Going back there. But I hope you're safe and I'm praying for you.
And look, we
that
really do
sounds
appreciate
terrible.
all the comments that we get and the conversations. We love people
Absolutely.
sharing their experiences, their news, and we're building
Mm-hmm.
a community online to talk about chronic, complex conditions, rare diseases, autism, ADHD, OCD, Tourette's, you name it, and seizures. And look, we really do appreciate the community interacting with each other
Yeah.
and sharing. So you've got your
Absolutely.
donut biscuits to have, which I've made for you. I'm so sorry it's not Nutella.
My
I'm
brain
sorry.
is just like it's not
We are
Nutella.
getting used to
It's
something
not
new,
Nutella.
which is
It's
obviously
not
the
Nutella.
Venosan. We're hoping, based on the research,
guess
to see an
what?
increase by about 5 to 10 milligrams in the systolic reading. That will be good. It should help the
I just-
orthostatic intolerance, but I don't know if it is yet. The research is there for females. This is what's meant to help
Okay,
you.
but I got more than that going on.
Okay.
I wore my Swifty t-shirt.
We've all seen your Taylor Swift t-shirt, young lady. Thank you very much.
I wore
Lee.
that to the hospital too.
You did want to wear that to the hospital. The nurse commented on your Taylor Swift t-shirt. Did you remember that? You've forgotten already.
Maybe I was talking to my sport worker
Yes.
at the time.
No, you were there. You just forgot. It's a lot of information.
Sorry, guys.
A huge amount of information to actually take on board, which is what's really important
I'm
for
a
us
Swiftie.
to actually notate down the instructions and guidance, because for a person with autism and ADHD, it's very easy to get sidetracked with the brain going off in different tangents,
Well,
and instructions
sensory.
may not also be
They were
absorbed. We've got a
putting
lot
on-
of sensory
yeah.
things, yeah. I also went through the process of making sure that I knew how to correctly put on the
them on.
stockings.
It's actually quite complex.
They actually
really.
are. I steps in the
'Cause it's very
process
tight, right?
to
It
do
has to
so
be very
correctly so that
fitting.
you don't damage the stockings, so that you're actually doing the best thing
Yes.
for you. And things to look out for. We've got to put, obviously, moisturiser on every time that
I
we
agree,
take
because guess what?
the legs off.
I've
They
already
have got
had
to be
itching.
put the moisturiser rubbing down, not
I've
upright.
already had it.
The reason why we don't put the moisturiser rubbing upwards is because of infection in the hair follicles, as the lovely nurse explained.
I forgot that.
That's why I'm reminding. So these are the things
but
that are
guess
important to
what?
note as we go.
I've already got
We've
it.
also got to, hold on, wash the stockings in plain soap, no conditioner, because it can
No fabric
cause
softener.
impact, itchiness,
I
rashes on the
recommend-
face and legs.
I recommend
Mhm.
that you do it just in my sink.
Yep.
With my baby yellow shampoo that I use
I
for gentle
absolutely
things.
agree with that as well.
Yep.
And we'll then
So-
hang dry them, because we can't dry
Over
them
my
in the
bath.
washing machine, because they've got
Exactly.
elastane in
They'll
it.
drive my
We don't
bath
want them to
easily.
reduce their shrinkage.
And also,
Mhm.
I'm already itchy in a few places. So I can understand why
Yep.
they're saying that.
We're going to watch very closely for that, because what we don't want is a dermatological reaction,
Which I could get.
Another new thing, yes,
My
well,
mother
Dyan's had
used
these
to
sort of
drive
things.
my mother crazy. I was
Yeah.
so difficult as a child.
It's a challenge.
Because I was
Complex,
just
chronic.
stupid things.
Your body is a little bit
Okay,
on the
but when you
weird
have
side.
a rare syndrome,
This is what you have to
stupid
do.
things
We got to look
happen.
out for, don't we?
Okay, and we get no recognition
No,
for the suffering.
no. So these are lower leg,
Tell
worn
you
all day
what,
from morning to night. When
I
are you
am
feeling?
not comfortable.
I know. I understand that.
No, I'm
Now we
not.
have done some leg elevation as well, but no longer than 15-minute durations a couple of times today as well. Watching the breathlessness, and obviously doing this talking and engaging will emphasise that,
Yeah,
and
I'm
maybe
losing my breath
make
talking.
die a bit more difficult. And I'm listening to the timbre and the tone and the breathlessness to see how that impacts, because you might not always be aware of it. Oxygenation, starvation, commonly causes you want to yawn
Okay,
to
so
bring
what
more
does this
oxygen in.
mean if it's causing
Well, look,
this?
I'm also wondering too,
shaking.
your body's got to get used to something. So we're going to be carefully monitoring your conditions. If it gets too much,
I'm shaking.
if it gets
I don't
too
think you can
much,
see it though.
yeah, I can see it actually. I don't know if they can see it on the camera. If it gets too much, then I'm obviously going to take the stockings off straight away. Okay, we'll then build up. So it's going to be a progression. The heart can't. It'd be like doing exercise. I can't suddenly say, "Off you get out of bed, go for a run around the block." You'd fall down dead. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do it progressively. We're going to be careful with the symptoms. Wish me luck,
It's been
won't
a
you?
long time. It's like
I know.
5 o'clock, guys. Now
It's just tipped 5 o'clock.
9:30. They put them on.
Yeah.
And I'm
How are you
just-
feeling overall?
I'm feeling shaky.
Shaky, slightly breathlessness.
I feel
Mhm.
off.
Edema has moved from your
My
legs
heart
to other
It's
areas.
fluttering.
Fluttering, so atrial fibrillation. So we've got
Well, I'm
that.
assuming there's AFibs because whenever I was fluttering
Yeah.
and I had that bug on me and I looked at the real-time results, it was like, oh yeah, there's an AFib.
Yep. Now, I'd actually love the team if they had Dyan in hospital doing these sort of changes, so
No,
that
they-
they can see it,
they
they can
don't
monitor,
care.
they can
It's
measure
not
the
neglect.
clinical information, and by watching the clinical information, they can also learn themselves and
Yeah.
make sure that they're
About rare syndrome.
documenting the information, and then they can also give medical clinical advice in
On
real
rare
time to say
syndromes.
what to do. But no, I've just got to deal with this at home myself.
It's like when you go to Woolworths and Coles.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in
What's the
America,
analogy? Go on.
guys, if you're in America
Walmart.
or other countries,
Yep.
if you go food shopping to a supermarket,
Grocery shopping,
right,
supermarket.
grocery.
Say that word 5 times fast.
Yeah,
Go on.
I've got a
Neurological condition.
yes. When you go grocery shopping, so if you're going for food shopping, it's the same with that. You self-serve. That's what they're doing now in medical.
Self-serve medicine.
Yeah.
Yep. Go and do your own research, everybody. Learn out how to
Stupid.
do it yourself. Hey, that's why we've got the channel, so that we can go through the hard parts,
It's
share the information, have the conversations, get the community all together, poll the mind, the hive mind of everybody in the world, and go, come on, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to learn this from scratch. We should be able to share knowledge and make it easier. Well, that's the whole point of our channel, is to try and pass that information on. So make sure you do share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'd love to hear your comments below. Guys, we're going to leave Dyan to eat her donuts so she can focus on the food.
If you had to go through, now look, we've all been in hospital and had pressure
Stockings,
in
or
hospital.
post-surgery, or post-travel.
Those are the white
Deep
ones.
vein thrombosis,
we
particularly,
all know
DVT.
those ones. They're annoying as well. but at least you get to take them off when you leave hospital.
Amen. I can say the
Right?
same. I just had that recently
But
with my
these
heart operation.
ones-
I know.
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
funny things. I don't.
They're weird,
Guys
right?
don't wear
Especially for
stockings, right?
men.
Men in tights. What am I, Robin Hood?
But we-
Where are my merry men?
At least the ones we wear out in the wild are
I felt very
colour.
courtly, as if I was in some sort of ye old English. I don't know. I felt like I was in Shakespearean time.
At least mine is skin colour. People are going to look at my legs and go, "Oh, they're very tanned." So at least they do it in.
Hey, all the trendy guys who go to the gym wear these things, don't they? You know, skins or whatever they call.
Oh, but they wear them up a bit high, honey.
Let's not go there.
In-
Okay. Anyway, we're going to
Which is
leave
what-
Dyan.
No, actually, hang on a minute.
What?
Don't like. Okay, I like watching the football.
All right, here she goes again on her single mum journey thing, you know.
If you watch Single Mum
Research
Saga,
on TikTok, that
I'm
is.
just- right,
Only for the
boys.
ladies.
Sorry, men. I'm not into boys. Research purposes. Don't wear the skins. Just wear your shorts, please. For research purposes only.
We're going to leave her where she is. She's
Research
delirious,
purposes
obviously.
only.
Knocking enough blood and
Okay.
oxygen to the brain. She's delirious. All right, guys. Thumbs up. See you
Okay?
soon. Bye for
Football.
now.
I'm talking about football.
Bye.